Every material in Guild Wars 2 Janthir Wilds is very expensive, so much that you can actually get an insane amount of gold off of gathering them. And in this video I'm gonna tell you what the best way of gathering the flowers and the wood is to make you get more than 50 gold per hour. Also, shout out to Phantom Echo, who was the one who actually discovered this route in particular, and then we all together kind of made it into what it is now. But you can go check his original video and his original route in the description down below. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support me, and let's get into it. So this farm exists right here on the first map on Lowland Shore, and the idea is that you're gonna go around this map collecting these little flowers, the honey flowers, and of course the lowland pines as well. They're worth a lot of gold, as you can see here. I'm just gonna collect them. I'm gonna collect one in particular. You're gonna see that, poop, I just got one. Usually you can get more than one, but you can see that they're around 13 to 16 silver each time. So by doing this, I'm actually been doing in around 5 to 10 minutes, getting 40 to 50, which is like 7 gold or whatever, right? It's a very, very good amount of gold. At the same time, you can go and check. I'm gonna try and find one because, you know, sometimes they don't, they don't appear. But the wood, the alpine wood is also very expensive. The lowland pine saplings, these ones, you can see that I'm gonna chop a few of them. Beep. If this river drake doesn't stop me. He did stop me, but that's okay. You can see that I got a good amount of them. I got 5, and they're gonna be sold for around 65 silver, and each one 13 silver, or 20 if you list them. Honestly, you should be listing all of these ones, as they are pretty much in demand because of the housing system, the homesteads. And at the same time, as you're doing this and getting these items, you can also go around sniffing with your workflow. Pretty useful. You're gonna be maybe a bit slower, but when you do this, you might actually get chests, and this chest might actually give you the Morsad runestone, which is very, very useful. The mythical chest will most of the time give it to you, and you can only get one mythical chest every day, but the mana ones actually do give it to them if you're lucky as well. So it's always worth to getting them. The lesser ones, they almost never give it to you, but they also give you some unidentified gear, so there's no reason not to do this in the same time. And the route, oh, I'll show you the route very soon, but before you actually go for the route, what you want to do is get this very specific items. You don't have these as many as I do. I just bought all of them because I didn't want to come back. But the harvesting sickles of bounty and the logging axes of bounty, because every time you do this, you get a 30% chance to gain an extra strike while gathering, giving you more of these items, which are very much worth it. Now, if you have the glyph of bounty, you can just apply it to your permanent weapon, to your permanent gathering tool. But if you don't have that, you can just go to the Lion's Arch, into this waypoint, go here to this side here, and there's gonna be a gathering node vendor, a gathering I'm just gonna go there just to show you, but there's gonna be a one vendor, one NPC that will provide you with this ones for karma. And yeah, sure, usually you won't, it's kind of annoying to get this ones because they don't last that much, but if you're going for a little bit of this farm and you really enjoy it, it's not a bad idea to do. And honestly, if you specifically if you're running to try get your what is the word, your mythical chest, it's a good idea to do it, because that way you can just farm at the same time. And also, at the same time, you can go around doing other events that you might need for your masteries or your experience. But here's the gathering merchant. You go into enhanced gathering tools, and you're gonna find the mining pick of bounty, logging axe of bounty, and harvesting sickle of bounty. Also, from the same vendor that you can actually acquire these things, you can go to the first tab, and if you bought the ultimate edition of the expansion, you're gonna get an enriched logging tool for each of the mining, logging, and harvesting. And if you purchase this specific item here, you'll get a free Black Lion glyph selection container that gives you be able to get your glyph of bounty. You can pick another one, but if you really want this one in particular, and considering the fact that we're actually gonna be getting very good materials, I think, and almost in this expansion, and we're also gonna probably make it so most of the materials that we already have are gonna be more useful. I'm thinking bounty is not a bad idea. You're gonna be able to target very specific materials when you're harvesting them and getting more of them. So
it's a very, very good option if you want to commit to this.
Thing that you can do to actually get a better chance of getting more of these flowers, and of course also the wood, is by getting these very specific boosters. You can get your item booster if you have any of them by doing the candy corn gobbler, or by getting a heroic booster or item booster that you most likely have already in your bank because of what's the word, keys or celebratory birthdays of your characters. You also can get your guild gathering boost, like a banner that you can get from the vendor from Soto or from the guild hall if you go to the commendation vendor. And you can also get your guild gathering boost off of the tavern if you have a guild. It's very, very easy to do, and it gives you a little more gathering. It gives you a little bit more more chances of, you know, hitting and getting one more flower or one more of the wood. And that's about it. There's other things you can get, like the explorer's boot from an enchanter war boost, but nobody has this, and I don't really think it's really worth it. Yeah, I think that's all the things that you actually can get, and this will make you get more gold by every time that you actually use this, every time you gather. So get them for sure. It's very easy. Another thing you can actually do is grab yourself a cups of light roasted coffee. This will be great because look at that, gain 5 seconds of quickness on dismount, and because you're gonna be dismounting and mounting at all times, and quickness makes you gathering faster, this will be super, super useful to just go around, dismount, get your quickness. Oh, I don't have that on. Let me just show it again. Coffee. There you go. I have consumed. I'm gonna get quickness, and then I can just pick up my herbs and then continue on my way. Now, sometimes this won't actually work because it has a 20-second cooldown, but for that you can get a little bit of an ability, for example in Ranger, quickness effort, that will give quickness to me very fast, and that way I can just do that whenever the coffee is not working, and that way I can just be fast as fast as I can. There you go. It is also important to say that when I was doing this, I would have actually had an entire squad coming with me because it was kind of fun, and that way we would also go into different maps because we would do one run entirely, and then we would just switch maps and do it again, which made it super, super useful. You might actually end up just going, you can just do this by going to the LFG on Lowland Janthir, Lowland Shore, and just switch maps in. Every time you do this, you'll get a new map filled with these herbs. Now, what is the route? I'm actually gonna leave a link in the description of a video of me doing this in this entire route, but just to show you, and of course I'm also gonna give you an infographic, but the idea is that you go from here, you go from this side, just go around this little kind of swamp little place, then as soon as you go through this little rock here, you just go down and climb this up and get into the the derby grounds where the Warclaw race is. Get into a mushroom right here to jump over there, then keep walking through here. You're gonna find a lot of flowers. Get to this spot, find if there's anything here, and then you more probably will arrive at this waypoint. You're gonna be covering all of this. Then you wanna go back to this waypoint, the Hot Springs waypoint, and go through here to this little fields, see if there's anything around here or here. Keep going to this side, get to here, see if there's anything on this side. You can see it on your minimap, of course. If there's nothing, you just go back into this spot right there. Then you use Griffin or glide over to this spot right here in Exotic Falls. Keep going through these spots right here until you arrive to the water, to the waterfall, and drop yourself down here. When you're gonna, usually there's one flower right here. Then you continue going through the swamp. Usually when the bog queen is right here, you're just gonna keep going through this, see if there's anything. If there's anything like here on the minimap, you can get it, but usually you would end up going through the far side here to the left side and continue until here, and there's usually this is when you end, because there might be some flowers here or there must be some flowers here, and you can just, you know, see in the minimap and go get them. And that's the run. You'll do this in around from 5 minutes to 10 minutes, depending on your speed, depending on how try hard you are, and depending if you're actually sniffing chests or not. And that's you. Do you do this, and you'll be collecting an insane amounts of gold. It's very, very much worth it. And it's actually kind of fun, especially if you like this kind of content. I'm very happy with it. It probably won't last long. All of these materials will probably go down in price a good amount of a good amount, because everyone's going to be farming this. But also at the same time, by doing this, you are kind of helping the economy, as hey, everyone is buying these flowers, everyone needs it for the homestead, so you're making gold, you're making the prices drop a little bit so people can build their homestead. So everyone is winning, and you should be doing this. Yeah, it's pretty good. Now that's about it. I would love to show you, like, the DRF, and I made 5 minutes of this and whatever. Actually, no, I do have a few pictures of the things that I've gotten through a few runs. Let me just see. Oh yeah, there we go. I'm just gonna show it before I leave, just so you guys don't believe me that I'm not making, this was a one run in particular, right? You can see right here, funny flower, I got 6 gold in around 7 minutes, and then of course this other one and that I got also at the same time, lowland pine log for 2 gold. So I essentially made around what's that, 9 gold in like 7 to 8 minutes. That is insane gold. That is plus 50 gold per hour. I'm kind of too tired to make the calculation, but it's very good. So yeah, it's very much worth it if you like this kind of content. There's other things to do, of course, if you like, actual hard content. But hey, this works pretty well if that's what you like. But there you go. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And tell me if there's any questions you have. Take you guys around. Go to my Twitch to watch me live. Go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support my content creation. Go to my Discord if you want to hang out off stream. And see you guys around. Love you all. Bye.